as this is the Shamanism Summit, which I've expanded to include animists and mystics and more wisdom keepers than just in the shamanic realm, partly because of the controversy around cultural appropriation and the misuse of traditional ways of healing in many cases. And I'd be amiss if I didn't ask you, because you've been a leading voice in this area, of the whole area of cultural appropriation. I'd really love for you to speak to this issue so people can get the difference between the honoring of the uh, different traditions and the stealing from the other traditions, or
Yeah, yeah, of
disgracing.
course.
Disgracing, I think, is more the word I want to say.
Cultural respect and reciprocity is a big and important consideration. For one, I will say that I'm not a racial essentialist, meaning I don't have the view that white people need to do white people things, black people need to do black people things, native people need to do native things, multiracial people need to stand down because they're complicating the racial essentialism. So if a tradition, Yoruba tradition, for example, has elders that almost exclusively have the view that people of whatever ancestry who come with respect and wish to be involved can be involved, then that's their prerogative. And so it's more about respect than about whether or not you're an ethnically Yoruba person. If a different tradition, let's say Hopi or Pueblo culture, discerns, we'd prefer to just keep our traditions for folks of our ancestry or immediate community, then that's also their prerogative. Some indigenous or other than indigenous communities with intact lineages are more open, and some are not very open at all, and some have an intermediate maybe setting.
Mhm.
So if there's openness then and a desire to engage on those terms, then a person can do that. In general, it's good to have an ethic of making sure to really not mess it up, because it is an act of cross-cultural and ancestral diplomacy for me and my people to bow at the foot of Yoruba elders in light of the history of genocide and slavery that even brings the tradition to the Americas, and to make sure that I'm embodying true reciprocity and support for that, for them. And so in that way, what's most important to me is I'm in good relationship with my family there, and the Adesanya lineage and the living representatives. And if other people have opinions about that, well, that's out of my control. The important thing is that I'm tangibly supporting them and doing right by them and giving credit to them and in good relationship with the tradition.